Tell them they look for a real job. Tell them to come to charge.
Even as unemployment rates are dropping, recent grads are still having difficulty finding satisfaction. Hillary Whitting of the Economic Policy Institute says improving unemployment numbers aren't as cut and dry as they seem.
Young workers. So unemployment, I mean, it's fairly obvious. You don't have a job. Underemployment is a little different because you've made it into the labor force, which is great. But you might be working at a lower pay grade than your educational level, or you might be, working part-time when you should be working full-time. Underemployment is almost kind of tougher to characterize, and it's also more broadly spread.
A lot of people underestimate the simple fact that $8.50, well, $8.50 an hour is something easily to come by. It's really not. You know what I mean? Like, especially in the economy we live in, you got people who are like killing for jobs and stuff.
For many recent graduates, like Kara Myers, the poor economy has discouraged a traditional career path.
I decided to just leave the country, basically. I mean, I know the European economy isn't any better, but just I couldn't deal with it here.
In the face of unemployment and limited jobs, many are looking to shelter from the economic storm in graduate school.
Because, yes, there's totally hope, but we have to recognize the truths at hand. And one of the biggest, I think, misconceptions right now is that grads who can't get a job are sheltering in school. They're staying in school.
But Myers still finds the prospect of going back to school financially daunting.
I want to be an English professor someday, but I can't afford applications to even apply to grad school yet. Nonetheless, for grad school.
And as students graduate with high hopes, today's economic climate has left many working odd jobs in career fields that they never intended to pursue.
One of my best friends, actually, he's also an English major and graduated with me. He moved out here. He was living in D.C. while I was living in Europe. And he had to move home because he could never find a job. Moved here in June, never found a job up until December. He now works at a peanut factory, making peanut butter in Bellingham, Washington. And I mean, it made me nervous moving out here, trying to find a job.
But despite dark economic times, Whitting says there might be a light at the end of the tunnel.
The best way to bring the dial back towards a healthy labor market is helping everyone in the labor market. And so the broader policies are actually really the answer to help not just your kind of older counterparts, but also recent grads. So that goes to things like public investment and investment in things like education, not just, you want to build roads, we want to put direct employment towards like construction projects, but also projects that were going to help the school systems in their neighborhood, provide better opportunities for, not just them, but the future generation.
I have a degree in English. I have aspirations to one day go to law school. I actually just finished my paralegal degree in November.
Okay.
So I'm taking a little time off between now and starting law school. I plan to go to law school within like the next year or so. As far as working at Target, it's kind of just giving me that financial support to actually save up and go to law school.
Recent graduates can only hope.